Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to cover the privacy enhancements in Apple products. To enhance privacy, Apple introduced private Wi-Fi addresses on iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, and Apple Watch. Starting with iOS 14, iPadOS 14, and watchOS 7, your device improves privacy by using a different MAC address for each Wi-Fi network. However, there has been a years-old vulnerability in its iPhone and iPad software that undermined a privacy feature since it was first introduced. Let's take a closer look. You might ask, what is a private Wi-Fi address? To communicate with a Wi-Fi network, a device must identify itself to the network using a unique network address, called a media access control address. If the device always uses the same Wi-Fi MAC address across all networks, network operators and other network observers can more easily relate that address to the device's network activity and location over time. This allows a kind of user tracking or profiling and applies to all devices on all Wi-Fi networks. And how does the private Wi-Fi address prevent profiling or user tracking? In some cases, your device will change its private Wi-Fi address. If you erase all content and settings or reset network settings on the device, it will use a different private address the next time it connects to that network. With the introduction of iOS 15, iPadOS 15, and watchOS 8, if your device hasn't joined the network in 6 weeks, it will use a different private address the next time it connects to that network. Additionally, if you make your device forget the network, it will also forget the private address it used with that network, unless it has been less than 2 weeks since the last time it was made to forget that network. But it turns out that this feature hasn't worked as intended since it was first introduced, according to security researchers who discovered a flaw that prevented the privacy feature from properly working. It's not possible to stop iPhones and iPads from sending AirPlay discovery requests, even when they are connected to a VPN. Apple's devices do this to find AirPlay-compatible devices on the network. Apple this week fixed the vulnerability, tracked as CVE 2023-42846, with the release of iOS 17.1 and iOS 16.7.2 for older devices that can run iOS 16.